I remember Nageki's map right, I should be near the throne room. But something's bothering me. I've been looking at it as hard as I can, but I still haven't found it. There was another star below, and to the right of the room where we started. Someone else must be here. I went to the right. If that map is correct, there should be a route that stars here somewhere. But where?
We don't have to worry about getting lost, but this corridor is way too long.
It is connecting to stars. There really isn't a way it could not be that long.
Stop pointing out how futile my complaints are.
We're almost there anyway. Beyond that should be
the king's chamber. Nageki stares at the extravagant door at the end of the hallway and nods. Alright, let's get in there with a bang, take out the king with a clang, and knock down the lighthouse with a crash.
Looks like you two cleared your half just fine.
Yuya!
We went through 2 rooms. We talked to Okasan, Miru Kaku, and...
we talked to Okasan, Miru Kaku, and Dr. Iwamine, and we made lots of cracks in the shell. Though I still don't think the doctor is really with us.
2 rooms, after all.
Yep, just like on the map.
I didn't take any shortcuts, but I've only been through 2 rooms as well. So, I'm afraid I have to go back to one of them.
But we're just a few steps from the king.
But still, 1 short. I must have missed the room somewhere. No doubt it's the quail. I'll go find the last room as quickly as I can. My mission here is to get everyone out alive after all.
And your status as a hero of justice does give you better chance to spot checks than either of us. Yuya will finish his search and rescue. I'll clobber some sense into the king, and then Geki will destroy the lighthouse. It's the perfect plan!
Try not to hurt him too badly, Miss Fiona.
He started it!
I was hoping to enjoy our reunion a little more, but we'll have plenty of time for that after we wake up.
The king
isn't going to like anything you fought before, mon ami, and he certainly won't be eager to let you pass. But we'll know one time. This is the best way.
Don't worry, Yuya. Nothing gets down before Nageki and me. Ours is the march to destruction, and no tender grass is sprouting the charred trail we leave.
Speak for yourself.
Mr. Sakazaki, Hitori is blind, and if he's alone, he may be scared. Please help him.
Of course. Leave it to me. Back to the mission, then. Adieu.
And as for us, into the Hall of the King. Coming through! Stormtrooper Captain Lana has arrived.
You invited us here, and we have come. We want to talk.
His Royal Highness the King! Hello, I'm the King!
You rotten royal rapscallion! Your silly fanfare and informal greeting will help you now.
The King asked, why do you look so angry? The King is scared. The King does not understand. The King does not understand. The King does not understand and thinks he might cry.
Your Majesty, we didn't come here to make you cry. Please listen to what we have to say. You won't get anywhere talking to him, Nageki. He belongs in his mental institution. He hasn't listened to anything we said so far anyway. Come on, let's beat him up already. Miss Verona, please. Nageki glares at me. I guess he's right. Our opponent is the undead Lord of Dead Kingdom. Maybe if we talk for a bit, we'll find out something useful. Who are you?
The King is the King!
I know that, and it's not what I'm asking. The migrant said that this place is where the souls of the dead wash up. Souls of the dead who have gone astray, that is. He said that this false star grows by attracting those souls with its light. Were you the one who created this star? If you did, why? Why do you trap more people here?
Because it's safe here.
Safe? This place is fake! It's a sham! This place is the danger!
I don't think the King is evil.
Sometimes he doesn't seem like anything but evil.
No, the King just thinks a little differently than we do. He's doing all this because he thinks he's helping people. Isn't that right?
Of course! The King always acts with the good of his people at heart.
His idea of what's good is too far away from ours, Degeki.
That may be true, but I still want to figure out his motives. It's not very likely, but if we can persuade him without using force, we should.
Tell me, Your Majesty, where did you come from?
Zar... Oh, crap, I don't know who it is. Can I get a name, please? Okay, I think I know who this is. At first, I would write every day. Not quite a journal, and not quite a poetry, but writing. I didn't hate writing, but one day, even that was too much trouble. My life was always boring. I never had friends. Nothing good ever happened to me. Whenever I would go outside, everybody else would sneer and laugh at me. The world turned its thorny unkind back on me. I can do nothing. I'm useless. I'm trash. I've never really taken care of myself. I'd be useless at work if I had a job. I have no redeeming qualities. I think I'd be better off dead. My bed is a cocoon, protecting me. I want to go back to the shell I hatched from. I want to go back to when I was a yolk floating around in an egg so I can rot and die before I hatch. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. I can't take this anymore. Why do I have to live and study and work? Why do I have to deal with other people? Working hard has never gotten me anything. Birds had it so much better decades ago. They were born, ate, flew, slept, and never had to think about any of this. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. But I don't have the courage. I don't like pain. I don't want to suffer. Someone help me. And just when it was the most painful, when I had sunk so deep into my depression that I couldn't sink no further, the gods heard my wish and granted it. A friend. My only friend. I was useless to myself and everyone else, but the gods still showed kindness to me. The plumage is so nice. It's bright and cheerful, unlike mine. And it wasn't just our coloration. He was my opposite in every way. He was my earnest and smart. He didn't mumble when he talked, but despite all that, he understood me more than anyone else in the world. It must be hard for you. I know how it feels. It's painful. It's not your fault. Society is always telling us to do this, do that. It's like we're held at gunpoint. I hate it all too. Just like you, right? He alone understood me, and I alone understood him. We were alone, the two of us, in the world. The time we had together was the warmest and sweetest time of my life. If only it would go on forever. And one day he said to me, let's make it go on forever. Come on, let's die together. It won't be scary if we're together. Are you serious? Of course I am. I never lied to you, have I? He was kind to me, right until the end. One night, he came home with a bag full of medicine to wash us away, without pain, forever. Let's go somewhere far away, somewhere where we can completely alone, just the two of us, where no one can bother us, and no one will find us. We left our final journey, and we took the medicine. I'm getting tired. I feel so peaceful, holding your wing like this. I should have done this a long time ago. My pulse and breathing are dropping steadily. We're almost at the end. Yeah, just us, at the end of the world. Time to say goodbye to this awful world. Together. I guess you're right.
I was thinking it was about time I said goodbye to you. He softly stands up. His warm wing leaves mine. He steps calmly away. He reaches into my bag. He takes out the key to room 701, my wallet, my ID. What? I reach out. I can't move. Goodbye. This is as far as I take you. But you said you'd leave this awful world behind with me. Yes, that was an awful world, it is. But I still have things I need to do in it. No, I don't. I don't want to die. I don't want to. I don't. It's too late for that now. How many times have you told me you want to die? You never really wanted to die, but you had to. People like you are just a bother, hanging around, complaining, and getting in the way. What an awful world. It wasn't my fault. Why do you have to kill me? Come on, please. This isn't right. You're right. I never really did want to die. It wasn't me. It was society did this to me. It wasn't me. It was everyone around me. Society, you say? Help me, please. Call an ambulance. Come on, please. They won't come. This is the end of the world, and it belongs to you and me alone. I don't want to die. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't... Why are you doing this to me? You wished for death, and I helped you to. That's all there is to say. Please try not to throw up. It'll just hurt you more. Someone help me. Well. Oh, boy. This just got very uncomfortable in a very... I'll say it, in a very bad way. Because, oh boy. Oh, boy. Oh, I think I have a message to give at the end of the episode. You can probably tell where it's going. Anyway, the King's Picture Book. Once there was a poor little quail. One day, the quail was tricked by a bad bird and killed. The quail was put onto the train through the night sky, along with all the birds who had died. Where the train was going, there must have been a terrible place at the end of the line. The quail was so scared, so afraid, it thought its little heart would burst. But the train stopped for a little while. Apparently, even galactic trains have to wait for signals. The quail was too scared to stay on the train, so it jumped off. There was a dark room there. There was nothing in it but a chair, a little candle. There was no one else there. The quail sat on the chair and cried. Why did this happen? It was betrayed by its friend and forced onto a strange train. What could happen next? The quail thought and made a station. Maybe if there is a station, some will come by to play. The quail made a station and lit a candle and waited. Time passed. Birds came. The dark room became a beautiful kingdom. The candle became a grand lighthouse. The chair became a royal throne. And the quail became the king. Those who come to the kingdom become one with the king. The king is all, and all are the king. No one is hurt, and no one has any sad thoughts. The birds of the holiday star live happily, happily ever after. How nice. How very nice. Happiness is here. Happiness and nothing else. The king thought, if everyone is one, none will be afraid. So little by little the king absorbed everyone on the holiday star. And now we are one. I don't feel like I understand you at all, even after that huge monologue. He is lonely, so he wants friends. But he doesn't want his friends to quarrel, so he absorbs them all. You're quite a storyteller, Your Highness. to use a few hundred lines to express what I just did in 3. In other words, this whole place is basically a cult of loneliness and crazy peer pressure. What's good about having everyone together, Mr. King? No one gets to play their own part. If Okasan were here, he'd say something like, everyone is different and everyone is good, Mr. King. And then he'd slap you. Even now that you're the king, you're still just a small, frightened quail. You ran, hid in your shell, and now you're safe in your own private kingdom. I suppose you're right. If everyone is at one, no one gets hurt. But there's no one on this fake star but you, Your Majesty. As long as you stay here, you'll be alone.
The king said it's not the king's fault. The king was not the only one who wished for this. All who came here accepted it gladly. Even the ones like you who were angry at first. In 2 days, you will be the king's best friends. You are the ones who are wrong. It is you who are wrong. You're not right. The king, and that king, and this king, and all these kings are so happy. But you want to hurt the king, and this king, and that king. Everyone has to be good on this star. If we are not one, then someone will surely hurt someone else. The king said, let us become happy together.
I've checked everywhere I went, but I haven't seen any other doors. It's one hallway from the start to finish. Looks like this path must be hidden too well for the naked eye to see. Last room should be where I'll find Professor Naki. Or wait, didn't Lana say he was Hitori ni Nemo in this world? Anyway, there should be a quail here somewhere, but he's been singled out for poor treatment. Did you really have to hide him away like this, Your Majesty? Voice echoes faint in the dark corridor. One of the king's underlings? I don't see it anywhere. Leon?
I could stay connected for very long. Listen up! The teacher here, Nanaki Kazuaki, is starting to show abnormal brain activity. He's probably fallen into a coma.
I'm trying to find him right now, but looks like the man behind all this is hidden somewhere.
I thought as much. Naki's brain activity is dropping. He may not be able to regain consciousness.
Meaning he's alone and proceeding more rapidly than disconnected mind and body.
Unfortunately, I'm going to administer psychooptics to you and Nanaki in 60 seconds. In small amounts. It'll look like brilliant if you fail the mission because I overdosed you.
So my job is to concentrate and find the professor while the heist lasts.
Exactly. You should have about 2 minutes. Good luck.
Leon fades away like a puff of smoke. This isn't the first solo search and rescue I've had to do, but all the same, it is reassuring to see that unshakable cocktail's face. Just a minute. It's almost time. If the planisphere were right, the path down to the last star should be between Sakia and Ryuta's room. The magnificent artist did get rid of the clouds for us. It would be a waste if we didn't let in the nice moonlight in here. The booth should last 2 minutes. At least the area is pretty small. Let's hope the king can't beat me in my own game. So the officers are just willing to use illegal substances as the ground operatives? I can't believe it. There's something very wrong with the Dove party.
We all like cogwheels. We sail as part of a machine far larger and more important than ourselves. You should know it as well as I do.
Unfortunately, I cannot even begin to comprehend such groveling ideas. I'm not here for the system. The system is here for me. Oh, anyway, I administered the amounts you said to your underling and the quail there.
Thanks. And now all we can do is brightly and massively prevent the victim's body from losing too much heat, and wait to see how much everything turns out.
Drugs acting on my physical body are having more of an effect on my dream's consciousness than I had expected. Every sensation deepens and expands. If only I could get into the state of will. I can see a crack in the wall. I had notes to perform, but the light is seeping through. That must be the light from a bird's soul, like the migrant was talking about. The wall should be fragile here. This is just like Sakia's tea party. Break it open, be on my way.
We can't let you do that, traveler. You were not even invited here. Please stop doing such terrible things.
Well, hello there, yokels. What's with the long faces? I'm just here to pick up a friend. He's gotten stuck in here by mistake, you see. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Mind letting me by.
Why do you do such terrible things? You must not open this until everyone is won.
No room for negotiation, then. I was hoping this would go more smoothly, but oh well. If you don't move, I'm going to make you.
That's mean. The king is scared of birds like you. The king asked, are you trying to break another egg?
Citizens who appear to have more from the king address me accusingly.
What a mean thing to do. You break eggs and you think nothing of it. So many things. So many. So many eggs. I wonder what the children inside were like. Those lives that couldn't live. Poor, poor eggs. Don't you feel sorry for them? The king knows. The king knows that long ago you broke an egg out of your own selfishness.
So this is how the king fights back. I don't know how he figured out my secret, but in any case, it's a very precise attack. The king himself is on his throne. The citizens should just be small parts of the whole, but maybe they share his consciousness and abilities. This is my job. I'm here to rescue everyone from the school. You've trapped one inside this wall, so I'm breaking this wall. Any questions?
That poor chick who could never hatch.
Please, try not to get distracted. My past has nothing to do with the fact that you're in my way.
You poor, poor bird. The king thought you should not have to suffer anymore.
Suddenly the king is carrying eggs and dropping them at my feet. Before I know it, there's nowhere left to stand but on the broken eggs.
The king said, the king can't lift the burden from your shoulders. The king can take away your pain. So become one with the king.
How much does he know? He's aware of the guilt I've carried with me ever since I broke my brother's egg. Anyway. But he seems to have misunderstood. Thanks, but no thanks. You're asking me to hand my guilt over to someone complete stranger? Please tell me you're joking.
The king said, do you like the pain? The king does not understand.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. I don't think you ever will. Like you said, I've dirtied my hands with a crime, and I can never take it back. The life lost will never return. The past does not change. The least I can do is remember, I will always carry this with me. This pain is mine, and you can't have it.
You know well what it means to suffer, but if you break the king's egg, you will only suffer more.
Suffering, indeed. I don't think you'll understand. This pain is part of me. Your egg is already rotten. Isn't it a little much for you to ask me to accept your sympathy? The king's shadow disappeared like a morning fog in the sun. I could see the stairway to the bottom of the maze. Friendly and considerate man. I imagine an eternity spent with him would be full of happy days. My sentimentality is dying down, in contrast with the high from the drugs in my bloodstream.
Picture book. You lied to me.
Whoa! Whoa! The others weren't exactly masterpieces, but I think this one goes in a class of its own. Professor Hattori, I'm here to take you home. You'll get moldy if you sit around dozing in here.
Oh, hello.
Looks like he's still alive.
Do you mind if I tell you something? I feel very strange. And I was sleeping just fine up until a few minutes ago.
You woke up all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's right. I woke up.
So he really doesn't have eyes. I hope this doesn't have anything to do with his actual body.
But now I'm starting to get sleepy again.
Please stay awake. I need your help to break this egg, Hattori.
I'm very, very sleepy. And the king did tell me I could nap for as long as I liked in here.
There's nothing wrong with naps, but if you sleep right now, you'll never wake up.
Really? That would be bad.
Don't sleep. Come on, let's get out of here. The drugs must be wearing off. This guy's quite something. Not everybody can doze off in their sleep.
I think it'd be better if I stayed here and slept. So, please.
He steps unsteadily forward, his wings stretched out in front. Is he looking for me? I'm right here. There you go.
Ah, yes, thank you.
He smiles happily, feels for my neck, and closes his wings around it. Hey, wait a minute. Are you planning to strangle me?
You noticed. Oopsie.
What do you mean, oopsie? I jump back reflexively. I've nearly been crushed while trying to rescue drowning swimmers, but I've never had a hostage try to strangle me before. I thought you were pretty calm. Sorry, did I scare you? I'm here to help. Come on, take a deep breath. After me. Inhale.
Inhale.
Exhale.
Exhale. So, it's not you. I feel like there's something I forgot to do. Even though I thought I had already finished it a long time ago. But it wasn't you. Sorry.
Did you mistake me for someone else? Looks gentle enough on the outside, but I think he's pretty messed up inside. Did the king do something to you?
No, not all the king did was close the door. Apparently, I shouldn't go outside. Birds who might hurt people have to stay inside.
That's pretty stupid. Nobody can live without hurting anyone else. Are you going to follow his orders just because he's King Hattori?
The king is the most important person here, so apparently I have to.
Think for yourself for a minute. Do you want to be dragged along with whatever he wants?
He said I need to be punished. Apparently I did something bad, and I think I know what it was.
I wouldn't have expected it from the professor, I know, but maybe he did something long ago that the king was able to drag up, just like me. I don't know what you did, but it won't go away if you stand here moping.
Yes, I know that.
Hattori, there's still a few things you have left to do in the real world, right?
Yes, there are. I think so.
In that case, let's get out of here, okay?
Few things left to do. Oh, right, there is something I need to do.
What? Let's get out of this dark hole, then. Can't keep a lady waiting after all.
But that should be hard. I ate my eyes, so I can't go anyway. Can't see anything.
Don't worry, I'll guide you. This rotten egg should have a few cracks from everyone now. I don't want to leave Lana and Nageki in danger for long. Better hurry to the throne room.
Meanwhile, Nageki and I are fighting for our lives with a physically revolting incarnation of the king. And we save? The king said become one with us. No, thank you. It's not good. He isn't getting hurt at all. I thought he'd die if we hit him enough, but I don't feel like we're doing any damage at all. If only I'd brought a halberd or something. There's definitely something wrong if he's completely unfazed by our punches, Miss Pyrona. It's not like they're doing nothing, though. He just recovers very quickly. Who gave this chump a regen buff? What do we do, Nageki? Perhaps it'd be best to wait for Mr. Sakazaki. Maybe so, but I'm getting awfully tired of the king's incessant invitations. Couldn't I take him out if I bypassed his regeneration by throwing my Hunger Gatherer strength into a single attack? There's always a chance, right? I should... play it safe. Okay, he's right. We probably can't get through with force alone. We'll have to buy time and wait for backup. Making cracks is bad. Look out! Nageki, are you okay? Yeah, sorry. It's okay. The king has been targeting Nageki this whole time. Looks like maybe Nageki is his natural enemy, like the migrant said. I'm slowing you down, Miss Pyrona. At least if we split up, I wouldn't be in her way. Don't worry about it. We need to burn the lighthouse after all. I'll protect you, Nageki. Miss Pyrona, I got hit bad. Boss, the king really is a nasty man. Batting the heroine of a dating sim around like that. Not in all my days and travels as a hunter-gatherer have I fought a creature like this. But even so, I need to get Nageki past him somehow, even if it means sacrificing myself. Hey, wait, Nageki, what are you doing? I was reeling on the floor from the last attack. Nageki got up and placed himself between me and the king. You're pushing yourself too hard, Miss Pyrona. It won't be enough for me to go on alone. I will send you home safe, Miss Pyrona. To reality. To the school. Because you have a future, Miss Pyrona. Nageki should die in a fire. The king slowly draws closer to Nageki. He's gotten heavier, and he keeps sprouting more heads. There's no way Nageki could take a hit from him. Your Majesty, please don't hurt Miss Pyrona anymore. You must not go. Nageki!
The interfering Okasan arrives cruelly!
Okasan! Okasan dashing out of nowhere sweeps Nageki up in his wing and skids into the corner, sparks flying from his claws. I'm dizzy. You really are quite fast.
What did you expect? Okasan's legs are pure muscly gold! Poor Okasan. He runs and he runs, but he will never find anything. Spare us the foolishness! True pudding doesn't exist somewhere in the world. Okasan will run into the finds of real pudding in the real world!
Okasan used Body Slam on the king. It's super effective. Wait, no. Fall in the different direction. I need to get out of the way, but my legs are still... Lana, grab my wing.
What careless slouch you are. Hold on tight.
Ryuta! Sakuya! Sorry we took so long, Lana. Are you okay? Never been better.
You're practically in tatters. Expect better than this from my underlings.
I'm not your underling or your mercenary or anything, Sakuya.
Even if you go back, I'll keep hurting you.
You were right, sir. There are two birds in my heart. And it's painful. Sometimes I think I'm going to tear apart from the inside. But that pain is another one of the memories I've held so dear all this time. I just can't surrender it up to someone else. If I stop worrying, if I stop being in pain, I wouldn't be myself anymore. I don't care if I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I want to go back to the real world and live into the future with everyone.
Have you no shame, you pathetic being? You call yourself a king, but you're as limp and weak as a boiled frog leg. You fear contact with others. You comfort yourself by forcing everyone into the same mindset as yourself.
you despicable coward! A king's duty is not to indulge in sloth and indolence. The future will come, yes, and we do not know what tragedies it may bring, but a king's duty is to stand proudly forth and do battle with them. Cool! Sakiya's cool! Indeed. Sakiya would be a way better king than you.
But of course.
Sakiya, don't let your guard down.
Oh, how dare you strike me while I'm speaking, you cad!
Are you okay? Did he get you? Merry Christmas! Me and Kaka will take care of all your screams and bumps with a wink and a twink and a ho ho ho! A flaming pair of white creatures tumble across the room and begin administering emergency care to Sakiya.
It's not like I asked for you this or anything.
Can I borrow that first aid kit for a minute? Are you okay, Lana? I'm great. I knew you'd be here, Ryuta. Thank you. Yeah. Let's help each other get out of here. With you and Negeki and everyone.
Gegeki does not understand.
Okusan, look out! He's coming from above!
Cool? That ungainly dance of yours is hardly something to show in front of a lady, Your Highness.
Tell me, what's happening? Things have gotten a bit strange, haven't they? I knew you'd show up looking like a hero, Yuya! So, Hattori was alright. Good.
You're late, Sakazaki! Been off gallivanting around while the rest of us fight, have you? Do forgive me, dear brother. I was looking for some birdie who was unfortunately delayed. Now then, let's get the idealist king to step aside so we can get at the magical lantern he's hiding behind his throne.
Wow, he's even more berserker than I am. I think we're going to win this. Watch out! Someone's gotten angry. The rampaging Okusan and the heroic Yuya have gained the upper hand. Or have they? The king is still thrashing around an awful lot. Just a little more and we can win. Just one more. One more. Of course. I knew I'd forgotten something. We're still